The Marine Corps versus zombies, the battle for survival. It was a clear morning at Camp Pendleton when the Marines, led by Gunnery Sergeant Chuck Bulldog McTaggart, thought they were preparing for a routine training exercise. With his usual smirk, Bulldog addressed the squad. "Today, we're simulating a zombie apocalypse. Simple, right?" The Marines laughed. Zombies? This was going to be a joke. But when the base sirens blared and chaos erupted over the radio, "Zombies on base!" the humor drained from their faces. It wasn't a drill. Private Jimmy Hollywood O'Connor, fresh out of boot camp, turned to Corporal Steve Mongoose Jackson. "Is this real?" he asked, wide-eyed. "I think it is, Hollywood," Mongoose said, scanning the horizon as moaning figures stumbled toward the base. The zombies weren't just civilians. Some of them wore Marine uniforms. Bulldog grabbed the radio. "All right, Marines, this isn't any different from the last op. They're slow, dumb, and probably smell worse than last week's chow. Lock and load." The base's gates were quickly overrun. Dozens of zombies clawed their way toward the barracks, but the Marines stood their ground. They fortified positions, barricaded doors, and loaded every weapon they had. If the zombies wanted a fight, they'd get one. As the first wave of zombies reached the perimeter, Bulldog barked orders from atop a Humvee. "Aim for the head! No brain! No bite!" The Marines unleashed a storm of bullets, taking down the undead with military precision. Heads exploded like watermelons, but for every zombie that fell, more took its place. Sergeant Twitch Ramirez, known for dodging bullets and reprimands, shouted, "Bulldog, we've got a problem! These zombies used to be Marines!" The squad froze. Zombie Marines? Oh, this was going to be interesting. Bulldog spat on the ground. Well, that just means they were tough in life and tougher in death. Show them some respect by blowing their heads off. The battle raged for hours. The Marines held strong, but the zombies kept coming. At one point, they saw Zombie Staff Sergeant Bones O'Leary, still in his tattered dress blues, leading a charge of undead Marines. Hollywood, covered in gore, asked, "Do you think this will ever end?" Mongoose grinned, wiping zombie goo off his face. "This is what we trained for, Hollywood. Embrace the suck." Just when it seemed they'd wiped out the last of the Horde, the ground began to shake. From the far side of the base, a massive figure appeared. It was Zombie General George S. Patton, riding a zombie horse with his iconic helmet gleaming. "God have mercy on your souls," he roared, "because I won't." The Marines stared, slack-jawed. Bulldog stepped forward, cracking his knuckles. "Well, boys, looks like history's come back to haunt us." With a battle cry that shook the base, the Marines charged. Grenades exploded, rifles cracked, and fists flew as Zombie Patton's undead army clashed with the living. Bulldog led the charge, rocket launcher in hand. After an intense battle, Bulldog aimed a perfect shot. The rocket hit Zombie Patton square in the chest, blasting him and his zombie horse to pieces. The battlefield quieted, save for the sound of dust settling over the fallen. Bulldog lit a cigar and surveyed the carnage. "Well, Marines, looks like we won. I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Who's up for some MREs?" Hollywood, still in shock, asked Mongoose, "Is this what being a Marine is like every day?" Mongoose laughed. "Welcome to the Corps, Hollywood. Always an adventure." And so, the Marines, bloody, exhausted, but victorious, sat down, cracked open some MREs, and toasted to their survival, proving once again that no matter what comes their way, the Marines always win. Always. The moral? Whether it's zombies or legendary generals, you never mess with the Marine Corps. The end.